bonus stream kind of a thing. I can't believe it's been a frankly ridiculous amount of daily memes for Leviathan to reach this point of posting a meme every single day until there's 669. Hello to you, YouTube society. What a bright and early time. Hello to you, bananas. I am quite excited to see what sort of end of a daily meme is here. You know, perhaps it's big, perhaps it's small. Either way, I've seen them all. I didn't mean to go into that rhyming. There's there's some good things happening already. Some good send off, some Tyler the Creator with a single eye, some Will Wood. Yes, I would. Alright, so I have a different shaped sort of canvas because I thought that was like all formal and stuff. Is this the Monster Candy sort of Asgore's Hall kind of thing? There's Kai saying take my braids out while we're watching Psychic Kane out here. The time is happening. Wow, that's a committed sort of an evening, and it's saying it's the end of an era. Definitely. Hope that Leviathan is good to go, cause I sent about the, I don't know, timing of things. They're simply saying the only thing that bothers me is that Meme 666 wasn't haunted for real. Where are my demons and ghosts? Well, excuse me. It seemed a little bit haunted. Look at them. The souls of the damned are in here, begging for a sweet treat. That's something. That's something indeed. I started the playlist specifically closer to songs that Leviathan recommended to put in here in the first place as well. You know, keeping up some theming. So hopefully we're smooth. Hopefully we're extra smooth up in here. Hey, what would I want to put in here? Probably a little table. Make a little cake. It's the act of creating a virtual cake. It this always amuses me to no end. All right, so I guess I would want a slightly darker color and this is going to be the central of a party. My goodness, hello. Adorable little stick figures can happen. Okay, and a little bit of table standing up. I hope that the field of yellow flowers, what is that, buttercups, hope that that's not, I don't know, a strange sort of a vibe. It's what I've brought in sort of a potluck, but you're artistically bringing your own sort of background, which would also be an interesting concept to have. Alright, we put down a little table. We can create little cakes for little events. They're saying, why the final room of Undertale? You don't know that's not the actual end of the game, right? There's still like an hour left. You know, not to foreshadow or or do any such thing. Not to say go on for another hour, but but it feels final. It feels final even if it isn't final, and it feels, I don't know, final and semi-formal. I'm semi-formal right now. I've got my little suit jacket on. I mean, this one's really comfy, so it's sort of also a thing. All right, here is more of a plate because we are here. You're saying, are we going to fight Lenovo? I hope not. I hope not. I hope not indeed. I hope that you're saying he's the final boss. He might indeed be the final boss. I'm nervous now because I have no idea if I communicated the timing clearly, because like instead of specifically like my time, your time, whatever, I've started saying to like communicate timing internationally what amount of hours I'm gonna do things in, because whenever you see the message, you can like look at the timestamp from that, and then that's the amount of hours, and and basically, that's very new. I don't know if I've done that clear. What do you think should go on the cake? I'm creating us a virtual cake here, very excellently, very completely, very wholly. You're saying it's a good thing you bring a sword. There should be more instances of a party sword, I think. More instances of party sword. What a beautiful place to lay down the grave, dare I say. This is and hopefully everything's okay. Okay, so here's more of this sort of, for some reason I'm putting pineapples on it. There's Sylvie saying, it's a special day when a guy with 50 interests shows up. Hello to you, Sylvie. Here to see off the most esteemed tradition of a community. There's hello to you, loving in a special text. Good to see ya on this sort of event, sort of a time. So, you're saying the stream has to be at least 24 minutes long or I'm causing havoc. My goodness, that sounds extremely doable. That sounds extremely doable indeed. They're saying, wasn't Bro's last video 2 years ago? Now, this is an excellent question. Because if I'm the bro in question, then it is true that I have not been posting like the proper videos in the format that YouTube came out with them in. I think the last thing up there is like Hunter and Loosen something, because specifically I had posted a reaction to season 3 episode 2 of The Owl House, and then Disney took it down after leaving it up for a month. And so however much editing I had gotten done for the actual finale, I was then incredibly discouraged to ever complete. So that's kind of a thing. There's a hello in that capacity, I suppose. Hello to you, Ziggy. However, I have been streaming though for this entire time. Not to say that there's any inherent entertainment value to it. I've just been hanging out. I've been here the whole time. Right, what goes on a cake, dare I say? Asking what am I drawing? Drawing a cake for a celebration, because an esteemed member of this community has been posting I sound like a voice character. Has been posting a daily meme for 669 days, and now it's finally ending after so many hundreds of days. The daily meme shall be no longer, and so better to commemorate the occasion than a little virtual cake for adorable drawings to enjoy. There's Leviathan saying, I'm late, forgive me, I was playing Super Mario Sunshine. It's valid. It's completely valid. Sometimes you've got to Super Mario sun it up. There's the legend is here. They're saying Bro's been hiding on the weekly streams. And there's asking if I can see the emojis. Oh! I can see some things being drawn on this screen, but can I see things being put into the live chat? You're saying to the Discord it goes. I'm hyped. I'm in anticipation in whatever capacity it may turn out to be. Do I have this muted? I want it unmuted for, I don't know, possible sounds. After, it would be a little bit funny if if it were indistinguishable from any other Dylan memes. Alright, it does things, loads, do things. You guys had some quality stuff for this end off, huh? Oh my gosh, is this? The shape of the head was making me think Cuphead. It's making me think Cuphead. But then there's like some sort of crustacean. Ooh, okay, properly on the YouTube. We can pause a little bit of the music so we can click on this first. Please Please pause. Please let me know that it's paused. Please let me have it like loaded and set up, and then we have one thing and the other, and it's all set up and it goes perfectly. Unacceptable. Rewind to the first. So here we are. Nice. Dare I say nice. Dare I say nice. You've reached the ending. The 669th funny number. See, better humor. See, I do see. I'm seeing the humor. Just saying the daily memes have been going on for a while, so we might as well depart with a bang. I've been thinking long and hard, and I say it's about time we put this shebang to bed. You know, what an excellent send-off. All that being said, I'd love to reminisce a bit, since it's been quite a while since this began. There were milestones. For example, the first 13 daily memes were lost to history. Bet you don't remember what they were, but neither do I. That's true. The Discord server was like completely destroyed for a second there. Which shall remain lost. What a time. Okay, is the audibleness happening? This meme right here has been sent twice. I felt like some of them had been sent a little bit twice. You're saying there's probably some was sent on repeat accidentally. But never mind that, that's for the historians out there. Very well. Now today is the day, so let's look forth and leave the past as the past, although I'd like to say a few words. How does it go? It has been quite a journey, I think. I initially set out to do this for the possibility that a meme a day could make someone's day a slight bit better. I think it did. Like, people you never met, my friends who are in the server. Only, I realized as we posting content I was randomly found it clashed with my own ideals, made me feel like a content thief. Oh, and that is not what I wish to be. Aw. So because of that, I'm calling it quits here. Besides the chagrin it gave me, I also feel that the novelty is long worn off. 669 days. Feeling no urge to continue, it's understandable. The daily memes have done their job, and so have I. Despite my own view on it changing, the support from you all has remained, for which I am beyond grateful. This is a truly amazing community, and you are all amazing people, and I dare say, I consider the Daily Memes a pillar of the community. What a good send-off. For a sense of belonging, there's many new friends, many new experiences, a new place to belong to, and most importantly, one hell of a time. Sentimental, you've been a constant source of motivation for me, and have brought me support when I needed it. Thank you. No, thank you. Not to be cheesy, but he put on the cheddar. There's a splash of color in your life, but sentimentalities aside, I feel like we should wrap it up. In what capacity? Don't want to spend the whole night thinking of the past. So what does it mean? We turn our gaze toward the future? Although the daily meme era is over, there's much more fun to be had. I hope so. There's levity. For as long as these streams air, I'll make sure to be there. Whoa! Leviathan. To see the passion and vigor we have, nothing else quite like it. Amazing. Amazing indeed. And now you said what you had to say. Thank you again. You people are a treasure. Cool. My heart is like full and stuff. But full of emotions. And we are not done yet. I wonder. There wouldn't be a meme without a meme. So what is the final meme out of all of the daily memes? A Leviathan original. Leviathan original? That was so loud. That was so loud. Absolute perfection. Absolute perfection. Leviathan, this has been an incredibly, unimaginably long time for so many daily memes to happen, and you know what the hell? I shall gaze upon the loud-ass visage of this thing, just to let this linger in the air. How perfect, how excellent, a Power Director moment of all time. See a meme cowboy indeed. That was, I'm just honestly shocked and amazed in every capacity that it ended up being 669 sorts of memes. some slight drawings are around here. I've I've put some kind of an art background in here as the accompaniment to the 3 minutes of 669 meme. I feel like I still don't know what an ending feels like because I've started the stream. I guess I say hi. I guess I say that was awesome. I guess I say look in here and I'll look back at the memories quite often. Perhaps I'm on a tunic. I guess I have been challenged to make this stream at least 24 minutes. Does and now at this point in particular, also I'm replaying some of what I believe to be the suggested hit songs in here, the most on purpose. It's still loud in my ear. I'd put this louder to properly hear the meme. We've got a little bit of cake at this send off. We've got a little bit of sword at this send off. We've got we've got a little bit of excellent sobbing at this send off. A little bit of the grave. A little bit of the throne of daily memes in this Undertale themed throne room, where there can in fact be a little bit of a treat. There's well, I think I've said this maybe once before, but since the ending, it's completely warranted to say such things again. That my friend who's in the server and I don't know, is just lurking, but is in there because I know her in real life, my childhood best friend, has said to me before, yeah, I check back for the daily meme. I'm invested in the daily meme, and I just think that's most excellent. There's people that you have never met that were impacted by your actions. How excellent, and it has been. It has been a wonderful journey. There is the meme jump scare happening. Let me check that. Let me check that the settings are working around here. Yeah, people you never even met have had the joy brought, and and on the one hand, I feel like that speaks to the capacity of how many people tend to lurk in the Discord servers, but also something meaningful out here. Cool Kid is saying, "What's good? Hello, Cool Kid. You have you have found the bonus stream on a Wednesday where 669 days. Leviathan over here has posted a daily meme, and now it's the final day. So when you click on that link, you may find that you're in a party sort of a setting. You may be inspired to draw a little dance or something, or perhaps a teary send off. I don't know what. I think I do. Want to draw a little dance or a send off. There's talk of the penis eek song. God, was that? It's that was by some of the creators, composers of Steven Universe, wasn't it? Okay, let's draw some kind of persona sort of a thing. And they're saying, where shall I draw the all of the brushes are smaller than regular. I think we're drawing some little stick figures. Well, there's more there's more space if you wish to draw something very large. I say that and then it's not letting me add more space. There's Leviathan saying, this was truly a daily meme. A daily meme indeed. I'm always wondering if there should be something extra silly that I can bring to this send-off. You're saying, I guess this really was a daily meme. The real daily meme was the dailies you've memed along the way. Here's some kind of a send-off and party presents. Some kind of a party presents, I guess. busting it down with your comically large head at the Daily Meme? I guess so. There's Rona the Shonen saying, here's Johnny saying Daily Meme. I like that name. Okay, wait. That got thematic indeed. Okay, you're supposed to be Daily Meme. Hello to you, Rona the Shonen, finding us with Godzilla in the final sort of instance of a meme. Okay, if no one else is like having the urge to express a silliness through like a round of a Gartic phone or something, you let me know really quick, but I am having the urge to express a silliness through through like a Gartic phone on this day of Lee meme. There was any way that I could have said this. Rona the Shonen is down for this form of silliness. There's in some capacity. I am basking in many ways in the not only soundtracks but in the image upon this. There's some vibe that's saying I've missed Gartic, I'll be honest. Well, then that's nostalgically thematic. What did I click exactly? It was the ad block that wasn't enabled. Okay, if I click on this stuff, then does it like work again? Okay, it's just not working. Cool. I get so easily distracted. In any case, here we go on a nostalgic sort of a round. As a nostalgic sort of a music begins to play, most excellent. Here's a Gart. Here's a Gart in the arts. Don't tell me that I'm losing connections. It says it's blocking 3 of them. 13 of them? So what in the goddamn? I'm okay. I want to shuffle the songs. I can't be suffering from obsession the entire time. Cannot be doing such a thing. So I guess I want to move these things around to have the. That instantly went terribly. What? Cool. I'm breaking things in the soundtrack. There's a somebody who has tuned in for a Gartic sort of a phone. The memes man, as one might say, tuning in for a Gartic sort of a phone. Okay, and I think that's a good amount. We got some options for what may be played over here. Exquisite Corpse is one, or animations. Oh, I could go for either in the most silly sort of capacity. Okay, so I'm clicking it. I'm clicking it. Except I came in here without ideas also. except for the vague ideas of a of a daily meme. Just okay. So I want to say that it's flying the hell away. Sure, that's something. There's like wings, and that's, I don't know, however much flap the wings can have in what, 4 frames. Most excellent. We're gonna go with an uneven amount of feathers in the silliest sort of way. They got on my tick till I found. I know it's a regular format of phrasing, and yet it's so visceral every single time. Nice. Okay, and then we want to write some kinds of notes on it. The way that the stakes are raised in a sort of Gartic phone. Let's put some flap. Let's put some flap on it. Some flap if possible. Some ascend if possible. Ascend. And it is in fact very put together. And I've chosen one that looks too simple for all of this. You're ascending into the clouds. Angelic song of ascension. It makes total sense to me. It makes total sense to me as I flip back and forth between these two things. The timer is here, and I chose something. Okay, it would probably break things a little bit if I tried to test if my ad blocker works better on Firefox. It probably does. Whoa. An incredible amount of thematicness. Okay, so I'm thinking that this goes... The motion, I want it to make sense. The motion, I want it to make total sense in kind of an arc like this, and then your hand is sort of like this. It's an excellent throwback in the muscularity of it all. Okay, muscularity happening. Is this how hands work? I ask myself every single consecutive time I draw hands. Okay, the anvil is here. And I think I have missed what is being forged over here, but you know, it's still going to be very excellent. And can I add any extra flex to the back, perhaps? Are you truly forging something unless you're kind of steroided out, unless you're kind of crunched up? Alright, here's a little bit of this. Just fully squunch your face. That's a real word. You can find it in the Merriam-Webster. Alright, a little bit of this. And then the final touch, which is a little bit larger on the brush, a little bit longer with the lines. We are exploding. Okay, kind of like this. You might have an excellent amount of mimetic power. You do have an excellent amount of mimetic power. A little bit of this, a little bit of this. And here you go as the meme forger. As Ronan the Shonen say that your art sucks. Hey, it's on a time limit. Everyone's art is supposed to suck. It is a feature, not a bug. Okay, a little bit like this. And does this add to the idea that something is being smelted? My encouraging words, where are they? Okay, so hopefully this, I didn't get to write meme forger. This, and being slapped with a slice of the pizza. Whoa, what is the most dynamic sort of thing I could do? I think that I can extend this into the distance, and your hair can be fluttering a little bit, and a little bit like that even, and you're even frowning a little bit more because you're slapping somebody with a slice of pizza, and slapping so much that you're losing your balance even, and the slice is going off into the distance, sort of like this. And then, who is this? Is this little chicken? Your head is flying, completely flying. Actually, can I draw this in like, please don't lose connection on this the very final day of our daily memes. Okay, so it's kind of like this, but then 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 it's kind of like this. Until full opacity back again, you're in the distance, and and the lines are kind of like that. Okay, I've made what I believe to be a smear frame, and you're falling right over. Okay, let's put this in a bunch of dots or something like that. A slap. Sure, I abandoned the dots almost immediately. And head vanishing. Vanishing. Okay, that's awesome. Does the ground disappear? A little bit, perhaps? Or does it just simply go into the distance? This is gonna look like something. I know this one's gonna look like something. The silly guy is saying, regretfully, I must depart early. Thanks for seeing off the final daily meme. Indeed, I think the shell... We're nuking something. We are nuking something. This shall be... This shall be a quite quick round of the Gartic phone indeed. You're saying, please someone send the canvas later. I beg goodbye, friends. Thanks for stopping by. Is this the Kool-Aid Man? Best of luck in the rest of your day. You're saying I'm looking sleek. It's honestly, this one's a most comfortable jacket. And you're saying, and always remember, balls. We do in fact always. Always remember. All of the time. It works, I think. Okay, so I think this is going to look like something. I think, okay, it has to be super obvious. Some of my favorite Gartic animations are when they suddenly get bigger or smaller. That's been some of my favorite times. Okay, a little bit like this, a little bit like this. We gotta remember to send that canvas. Okay, so your feet have like this going on. This seems like a relative of a Kool-Aid Man. Alright, a little bit of a hair. This thingy was in the 669 daily meme, wasn't it? Alright, so we have to draw you getting extremely blowed up. Alright, kind of like this, kind of like this in every way. And this is gonna be a very cool last frame, I think. If my connection stays up, let it stay up, let it stay up, let it stay up, let it stay up. A little bit like that, a little bit like that. And some of this. And I was thinking we can also add the terrible, the most terrible sort of terrifying gauze. Well, not to get too graphic out here because I'll scare myself, but you know, something very spooky. And okay, do we let shrapnel fly all over the place? I think so. How does all of this look now? Can a little thingy fly away? It can. It can. Oh, the shonen saying, guess what art is mine? Let's see indeed. Assigned a little bit, perhaps. Oh, ascended to the heavens. Does it work? It works. What an excellent send-off. Downloaded instantly. My gosh. I'm loving the signature on there. You got a good signature, I do say. Okay, I'm adding explosions to everything. It might be... It might be a little bit of a sidetrack. Well, something certainly happened. I do get a sense of motion. We shall download every single one of these. Suika-chan has arrived. Well, who is this? Who is this? If you've joined into the Gartic, please say your message into the chat here. please do. Who is Suika-chan? Okay, and now I've got the smear frames. Do the smear frames look like anything? Woo! Did it work? Oh, there is a lot of motion going on in here. I'm most impressed. What an excellent moment. What a thing, what a time. Do 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 do. There's one of the shonen saying the second, and the rest of the drawings look like kind of tortified indeed. This was the creature. What creature is this? Okay. They're saying, wondering if that was Tord. And then we have blown up. You know, I think this totally, but that's, okay, it's Eddie from Mega Man. This has completely and utterly made sense. Well, we've blown up a little individual. Violence wins on the planet Earth. There's one of shown saying it's a character I've been drawing for a while. It's more based off a Love Bites character. I'll send the image on Magma. Sure, let's see the stuff. Indeed. Someone appeared and then disappeared. And this may in fact have been a most lovely sort of a send-off all in all. So here's some sort of a party time as we bring a fun little stuffed friend. Is that what's going on here? To hug in this time of of Godzilla celebrating at your farewell party. You know, I'm loving the vibes indeed. Nice. And by then saying, unfortunately though, I need to leave this party early. Wish I could stay, but I have to get ready for bed. Thanks. Thank you. I shall in fact shut this down, I think, as soon as Ronin the Shonen shows what sort of image is going on here, for curiosity's sake. This has been a most excellent sort of a send-off, and I'll put all of these very themed images into the Discord. Does this let me click on things? Okay. This is saying God needs a day of rest after creating the universe. Go rest. Is the fall theming is that what makes a sense? Okay, what I'm trying to do here is open this. It makes sense to me. It does make sense to me to open images. Will send me to this is your character, Ronin the Shonen? My goodness. Now it certainly feels the legacy of creativity and community continuing. I wished to resize this. Did I? Cool. Why does the... Oh, awesome. I have broken several things in a row while attempting to be on a regular, most celebratory stream. And you know what? I think this has gone very excellently. This is some very finished artwork and really speaks to the future of creativity and things that shall happen. And with this last bit of art appreciation, most appreciative of the art. Honestly loving the colors going on here. This shall be it for the bonus stream of sending off the Daily Me. Why do I look like a newscaster? I'm wearing graphic tees extremely casually around here. The allegations, they never stop, and the sense of community also never stops. I said like a newscaster in my newscaster voice. All right, thanks for being here, guys. I'll see you on another day.